Well, she was saying that she was struggling with uh, snacking. Okay, especially at night. We're playing musical chairs here. I'm not. I don't know what's going on. Especially at night, she couldn't. She couldn't stop just snacking on something. She's watching TV. She's snacking on something, and the problem is that when you see that happening, there's a very simple way to fix it, and that's get the trigger foods out of the house. Just get them out.
He said it's simple.
It is simple. I mean, you either want it or you halfway want it, or you 75% want it.
Right.
You have to want it. And when you really want to change your life and change your body and change your health, then you will take the steps that are necessary.
It may require that you talk to your family. Now, that's hard to do when you've got kids at the house, right? Woo! That's hard. Now, trigger foods. What are trigger foods? Trigger foods are like Lay's chips for me, right? Something that is in my house and it keeps going, Allie, you know you want some of me, girl. Come on. The whole family bag is gone.
That's what she tells me every morning.
I open the bag and I'm like, because Wade's always around. I mean, unless he's training somebody now, he's always around. I'm in the kitchen and I'm just like trying to make the bag not crinkle. It's like, slip your hand out of it, trying to not to crinkle. You know, sneak in the laundry room. And I
global women's trainer right here.
Hey, it's true. So, ladies, the client we were talking to earlier, she said, "You mean that you don't get past it?" I said, "There's some things that still, if you put a plate of brownies in there, and they're cooked where they're kind of soft and just how I like them. Now, if they're overcooked, I don't give two craps about them." But I will go in there and I will eat them for breakfast. I will eat them for lunch. I will eat them for snacks. I will eat them for dinner. I will eat them before bed. I'll get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Oh, I have a brownie. Yeah, I'm human. We've done this a lot of years. How do we stay on task? That's what we're going to talk about.
Okay, listen.
You're just like us. We're same thing.
She's going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm not. This is reality.
Yeah, I know.
And some of you get pissed at me, and I'm okay because I like pissed off, to be perfectly honest. When you get pissed off, I know that I'm doing something right. Okay? Here's the thing. Even if it's healthy snacks, that if you eat too much of them, it's going to overload your calories or whatever it's going to overload, you don't need to have those in the house either.
Right. I was doing that with barbells bars.
Yeah. Because they taste. Listen, barbells taste just like
they're good.
A Snicker bar.
I couldn't control it, guys. Okay.
I mean, the chocolate is real chocolate. So I had to hide them.
And then I quit buying them because I was sometimes eating 3 or 4 of them in a day.
Let me say
no
this.
No joke. 800 calories of protein bars. You want to talk about bloated? I was just like, whoa, not good.
It didn't keep you from eating them though.
No,
listen,
it didn't.
When this last competition that I was in last year, my coach told me, you're going to eat tilapia and rice 7 times a day.
And asparagus.
Yeah.
Oof.
And nothing else.
7 times, yes. Abby's looking at you like you're crazy.
So for
real, Abby, it was gross.
So for 21 days, I ate fish, rice, and asparagus.
It was disgusting.
7 times.
Our house smelled like tilapia. That is nasty.
But I didn't waver. You know why? Because I wanted it. That's how bad I wanted to win. Now, I haven't eaten tilapia since.
No.
I wonder why.
Gross.
I haven't. And now I've gone on
He's
those.
going to compete again this year. So we're going back to it.
Man.
Nasty.
I have been on the fish diet before, and it took me a while to go back and eat some. This time it was just I don't think I could have done it one more day, but I did. I succeeded, and the goal that I set out to get, I got.
He won. He's a winner.
But sometimes you have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's not a lifestyle.
No, it's not.
But the things that we're talking to you about, and you don't want to eat fish every day for the rest of your life 7 times a day, right?
No.
That's not a lifestyle. But the things that we're talking to you about are a lifestyle. And that's what we're going to take you in our kitchen and show you. And I will tell you, it's a pretty sad refrigerator. But this is normal
And
for us.
I just went to the grocery store.
And he just, yeah. And you guys, you're going to be shocked. And I will tell you, I don't want your refrigerator to look like ours. I really don't. But I want you to clean it up and find your balance. You know, this client we were talking to, I don't want to name her name because I don't think that's nice.
No.
But I'll tell you, I told her, I have to take, if I make a plate of brownies, if I make a pan of brownies, we did how many weeks ago? 2 weeks?
Thanksgiving, Christmas.
I made one after that.
Christmas.
For some reason, I just made it. Anyway, I made it. Was it here at the house? And I said, Wade, it's the night I made it, they were still warm. And I plated them up and gave just about half to his parents. We took them straight over there. We didn't do it. I mean, we love them and we knew that they would enjoy them. But honestly, it was because I don't want the whole thing sitting in there. Just like I told you, I promise you, I will eat. As long as, if he weren't around, I would eat more because I know he's going to know how many I ate. You know, it's like, I don't want to look like I ate more than him, right? And he would never say anything to me. Wade does not do that. But there's something in me I just don't want him to know. I have that weakness, though he knows I have that weakness.
Like she does Amazon packages. Listen, I have caught her coming back from the mailbox, hiding behind my Jeep and unwrapping the Amazon.
To throw the box in the trash before I come in the house and sneak it in under my arm. True. He goes, what you doing, babe? I'm like, crap. I was on the phone with a coaching call, so I didn't think he'd ever catch me. He knew I was on the phone with the coaching call. I go out to the mailbox, I'm sneaking it, open it while I'm talking to the client, throw it in the trash, and they're standing there looking at me. I'm like, oh God. Anyway.
She knows I get the email that has been delivered. I just wait for her to go out and get it.
I'm going to block those emails.
I'll just video her.
So, ladies, even after all this time, you guys want to look at us, and some of you think, you guys got it all together. We don't. We tell you all the time how real it is, even to this day. Now, Wade and I don't have the same cravings we used to have. And we broke those habits. And how did we do it? We got it out of our house. You know, that's harder for some of you who are living with somebody who's not trying to eat healthy. It is. And that's a talk you might have to have. Oh, that's hard. You know, please help me with this. And sometimes you get help and sometimes you don't. But either way, you came on to do this, to change your life. I told you guys, you know, I went from binge eating and not eating or binge eating was what I was doing. Lay's, a whole bag of family Lay's potato chips in one day. That was my meals for the day. I'm not joking. I was a workaholic. I'm not so much that anymore, but I was. And I just didn't want to take care of my body, and my body showed it. And I started drinking a lot too. So I was drinking to de-stress because I was having lots of anxiety, had a panic attack, all this stuff. And anyways, diagnosed with PTSD. And a lot of that had to do with how I was eating. So to help my PTSD, instead of taking the pill that I couldn't take, the Lexapro, I started drinking alcohol. That became my nightly thing. Whiskey every single night to relax and hopefully not have a panic attack. So that became my thing. And Wade talked to me out of love and said, Allie, it's getting out of hand. I was slurring speech every night. I'm not kidding you. And I knew I
She's
had
wanting to go to the club. Come on, babe, get your clothes on. We're going to the club. No, we're not.
We ain't going to the club. We ain't never going to the club. But anyway.
I don't do the club scene.
So here's the thing. Here's why I told you that. To change that, I had to get the whiskey out of my house. You know, we think of it, we have to eat every day. So it's hard. You know, we want to say, well, I have to eat every day. What am I going to do? I'm hungry. Well, with me, the trigger was the whiskey. I wasn't going to go over town.
Sounds like a country song.
Don't
Trigger.
I wasn't going to go over town and go to the bar. That's not me. I wasn't going to go pick it up because I knew I had to bring it home. And he was going to catch me just like he did with the Amazon boxes. And I was not going to do that. And I told Wade, I said, I enjoy it. It's not, I think it's not that I have to have it, but I really enjoy it. And we had this conversation. He said, Allie, I think if you just find something to replace it with. I said, what, vodka? he said, find something to replace it with. And he goes, maybe tea, hot tea. You like hot tea. And I thought, what a stupid, idiotic thing for him to say. Tea. Who in the heck wants to drink apple tea at night? Woohoo! Can't wait. Sign me up. And I just to be nice to him, I thought, okay, I'll try it. First night I sat and drank that tea, I thought, this sucks. This is so stupid. Who goes from whiskey to tea? What a stupid thing. I thought it was a badass drink of whiskey. I don't know why. I just did. I just thought, I'm cool. I don't drink them little sissy drinks. How cool was I? I was an idiot, right? What was wrong with me? Medicating myself really with whiskey and wasn't telling the truth, you know? Drinking this stupid tea, I thought, this is a really sissy thing to do. This is stupid. You know, this is dumb. And after a while of it, I didn't think about the whiskey anymore. After I kept the Lay's potato chips out of my house, I didn't think about the Lay's potato chips anymore. I wasn't going to jump in the car, run over to Kroger, get me some Lay's potato chips. I'm not going to do that. That's just not me, you know? And if that's you, just keep on driving and go somewhere else. Go to a friend's house, call your mom, call your friend, call your daughter, son, call somebody, talk to them. You know, it's proven that if you just wait 10 minutes, that craving that you have will go away. Go do something else. If you live with somebody who's got your trigger foods in the house, a trigger food is basically, or drink, is just something that you cannot control. If it's in there, you're going to go to it. Just like me and the brownies or fudge or something like that. Now, I can control, believe it or not, and you guys have heard this, I can control peanut M&Ms. And I will have them at my house sometimes. I don't right now. Because sometimes I just want a peanut M&M. I just want some chocolate. And if I have that there, I'll just eat a few of them. I can eat 5. I pride myself on how little peanut M&Ms I can eat. It makes me feel good. I'm like, I got control over this. And I really do. So there's things that you're going to be able to control, and there's things that you're not. And you just have to realize what it is. And there's nothing wrong with you because of that. You're a human. That's sometimes what happens to humans. It's normal behavior. We want more of what makes us feel happy or good or we like. But you have to control that. It doesn't mean you can never have it again. So here's how Wade and I do it. Wade's got a problem with ice cream, right? I've got a problem with ice cream. If we had a big
It's not my only problem, but that's the only one we're going to discuss.
Yeah, and the Reese Caps. But listen, if we had a big old half a gallon of ice cream in there that we liked, we would eat that ice cream. I would eat it before he did. but he would eat it. Now, if it's Reese cups, he's going to eat them. And I will tell you, if we want to have ice cream, you know what we do? We don't go buy a half a gallon. We get in the car, we make a conscious decision that we're going to have ice cream. We go over to Baskin and Robbins and we get one serving of ice cream and we sit there and eat it. We don't bring it home because if we brought it home, we would eat the ice cream. So now I'm going to show you guys a really, really ugly, dirty refrigerator. And it's mine.
Now, about I will go ahead and say the Reese cup is probably more of a killer for me than the ice cream is.
Right.
And I'm not going to get a damn little 2-pack. Okay. I'm going to get a
Well,
4.
you have a 2-pack in there.
I'm going to get a 4-pack. Well, where'd that come from?
It was in your bag.
Oh,
Somebody slip it in there?
No, I thought they left it out. And I was really, really pissed.
It's in there.
So I'm going to get a 4-bagger. Okay. And I'm going to eat them all in the parking lot. But when I've done it, then I'm good. I know that I don't have any of them at home, so I'm safe. Okay. Is food addictive? Some foods are extremely
they make them that way anymore.
And
they want you to.
That's the whole purpose of that particular food, is to make it addictive so you will eat more of it and you will buy more of it. And it's just the way that it is right now. But I don't bring them home. That 2-pack in there, I probably won't have for 2 or 3 days.
But when he opens it, it'll be gone in 15 seconds.
But when I go for it, I'm not going to just nibble on it.
Every Reese cup is 1 bite.
I'm going to tear that thing.
4 Reese cups is 4 bites for him, for real.
Yeah.
So, ladies, not only do trigger foods in your home cause you to fail, and you really have to learn how to take control of that, whether that means finding something else to busy yourself with, chew some gum. There's all kinds of alternatives, but you have to break that pattern. Okay. You've got to break that pattern and not just stop like me and the whiskey, just stop. Wade said it's about having something in your hand. And guess what? It was, because when I went to a restaurant with my friends that drank, and I would have a drink in my hand that I enjoyed, like a Diet Coke, which I hardly ever have. I probably haven't had one for a couple of years now. Or a sweet tea. I really like a unsweet tea with lemon, and I'll put the pink packs in it if that's all I got. I know it's not great for you, but I can control that. And I will have that if I'm not having margaritas and all the stuff like that. I haven't had a margarita in a couple years.
Not since you
Not since I what?
No, I was gonna lie, but
Oh, you were gonna lie?
Yeah.
Okay. He was just gonna try to make up a joke. But anyway, it's been a couple years at least, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, long story short, I had to replace it with something, to be really honest. So maybe there's something you need to get up and go do. There's times I have to break something in my life. I have had to jump in the car. I used to love to jump in the car, roll the windows down, play my favorite song in the summer, and just ride wherever I wanted to go and just look. But that was one of the ways. Call a friend. I called my mom, call my dad, check on them. I broke the pattern, instead of sitting on the couch and just sitting there thinking about food until I finally got up and just went and got it and just ate it and then felt bad about it. And that was that relationship with food that was not good, right? And with alcohol, it was not good. And so you have to replace it with something. For me now, it's the tea. It sounded stupid, but it worked. It works for me. I enjoy it. So there's all kinds of ways to change your mind, to get it out of your mind and go find something else to do. Another thing I do is I work. Sometimes I'll just work. I'll go on Facebook and answer questions, there are people in your life. I had a really good friend, and we've discussed this before. She was not trying to change her health, and I was. And that friend sabotaged me, and I loved her, and I would just sabotage myself because I didn't want to make her feel bad. And so every time I went around her, which was a lot, I would just finally, she would say, well, come on, just have a little bit of this, have a little bit of that. She was a great cook. Everything was like my mama's house. I had a cup cup of sugar and a stick of butter in everything she made, just about. And I'll tell you, it set me back. And that friend, I realized, not only did that in that area of my life, she tried to sabotage me in a lot of ways. And I hated it. And it wasn't just over food, but eventually I thought this friendship is really not good for me. I allowed her to be in my life, and she wasn't excited when I'd win. She was insecure when I would win. That's not a friend. And I had to get that friend out of my life. All right, let's go to the kitchen. I will warn you, I don't want your kitchen to look like this. This is too much. It is. It's too much in a way that it's too strict for you to probably survive it. All right? I'm serious. I'm being honest.
Yeah,
All
but
right?
it took us 5 years to get here.
We're almost 6 years in, and we know what works for us and what doesn't. And it's a sad, sad thing. Our daughter came and she says, "Where is the food?" I said, "In the refrigerator." There is nothing in there. And this is how we didn't clean it up for you guys. And we didn't even wipe it out. It's really gross. And we want you to see our refrigerator. It's sad. He just went to the store. All right. All right. This is not sustainable for everybody. So it does not mean this is how your refrigerator should look. Okay. So don't judge your refrigerator. But I want to show you how we win. This is how we win. If we have a snack or a treat, it's not in our house usually, unless it's a holiday, which is very rare, right?
Can you
All right.
turn it?
I don't
Just
think I can turn it, babe.
right there.
Oh, I can. There you go. Oof. All right. So we're going to start with the bad stuff. We've got
Sparkling grape juice.
sparkling grape juice from Wild Chips. That's from Christmas. My granddaughter likes it. We bought 3 or 4, and we got 1.5 left. All right. 3 things of cottage cheese. 3. Wade bought this for me today because he knows I like it. It's goat cheese. You can't really see it, but it's really, really good. This is something I bought for a dish I was going to make for Facebook. I think I used a little bit out of it, but not much. All right, cream cheese. Are you excited? Woohoo! Second shelf, eggs. We eat lots of eggs every day. Tomatoes in the little bag. We've got, Wade gives this to the dogs. He ate a few of them, maybe. Did you?
No, Cambria did.
Oh, Cambria, our granddaughter did. Chicken popcorn from the deli. And that right there is just meat, turkey meat with taco seasoning in it. Because we will just make that up and just eat it, put it on a wrap or something, and just eat it, put tomatoes, whatever we want on it. Lemons, more taco meat, chicken thighs. All right. Pulled chicken. Wade's pimento cheese. He loves this stuff. He loves it on crackers. His milk, my almond milk, grapes, Kodiak cakes. We've had this since the other house, so we've had that. We moved here in July. We probably need to throw that away. We've got garlic down there that's about half rotten, and we've got apples and an onion. All right, Door Extreme Wellness wraps, Ponte sauce. I mean, you guys see, we've got unsweet tea, half and half for our creamer. We do have some Hershey's syrup for ice cream when we get it. I have actually tipped that up and drank out of it when I was desperate for chocolate. We've got Lily's chocolate chips. We've got chia seed, mayonnaise back there. I mean, look, nothing much. All right. How impressed are you? Like that's very sad, right? Cabinet. And believe me, we have not organized since we moved here. We still have not. Guys, seriously, we've got protein pasta, Kaizen rice, which is high protein rice. It's made from lupini beans or something like that. We love this actually. This is really good. High protein pasta. It's really good. Expensive, but really good. Folgers instant coffee I was going to use for a recipe. Hershey's cocoa. I'm telling you, this is what it looks like. And why are we winning? We've had these since the old house too. We need to probably throw that out. That's protein pancakes with dough. It's not the greatest. This is molasses stuff. This is stuff where we were supposed to make cookies with our granddaughter last year. We didn't end up doing it. We've got tomatoes, black beans, honey, Wade's old fashioned oats, iced tea, albacore tuna. This we've had probably 3 years. We just need to throw it out. And his crackers, whey protein. 3 things of whey protein, transformation protein, and this one. Guys, that's it.
Dog food.
Dog food. That's it. What else you got? Oh, when I was in the music industry, I didn't
Check
make,
this out.
I didn't make it on. I didn't make it on the Wheaties box, but I did make it on a chili can, a can of chili. And right there,
There
me,
they are.
Me and my daughter made it on Vietti. I can't even say it. Vietti chili cans. So hey, it ain't it ain't Wheaties, but hey, we made it, right?
I'll never.
So we did some big things when we were in music. It was a lot of fun, guys. That's sad. How do we win at night and not cheat? Oh, freezer. I'll show you the freezer. We honestly didn't clean anything up, guys. All right, I'm gonna show you. And excuse the house. I've been up since 4 a.m. and it's awful. Let's see. All right, freezer. We've got flaxseed meal, all-purpose baking flour, gluten-free for our kids that can't eat gluten. We've got more tilapia. As you see, it's sitting there since probably July when we moved here. These are all those berries I tell you guys I love. They're Kroger brand. Oh my God, they're so good. I eat them almost every night. I put whole earth sweetener on them. Here we've got Wade's little ice cream.
It's gone.
Pull it out. It is. There's hardly anything in there. And this is our granddaughter's. We just got freezer packs. That's it. Guys, that's all cooking stuff, to bake, old cranberries, things like that. That's how we win. If I had brownies and chips and fudge and ice cream and all that stuff, no, I want to let them get out of here because it's after 7. All that stuff, I'm not superhuman. I'm human. We're human, just like you guys. We make it very hard for ourselves to fail. And that's the truth. If we're going to fail, it's most of the time it's intentional and it's on purpose. When we go to eat bad, it's on purpose. We know we're going to go eat bad. We're not like, oh, we were overtaken by the sense, unless we've got the brownies here, right? I have given brownies to my neighbor kids again and again. I have given them cookies. I have given them, they think I adore them. I'm just looking out for me. Just trying to get it out of my house, right? And that's the truth. Because I have goals. And I'll tell you, this stuff, when you look at my refrigerator, it probably looks extreme. You don't have to be extreme. You don't. Wade and I are a little extreme. But I know where I was, and I know where I want to be. And all those really, we've been away from that food so long, I don't crave it anymore. And when I did, it wasn't there for me to grab it. And so I've just built different habits. So what am I going to have tonight? I'm going to have berries, blackberries, raspberries, and the blueberries I showed you. I'm going to put some whole earth sweetener on it. And it's going to be delicious. Sometimes I eat them almost frozen because it's almost like I'm eating an ice cream dessert. And that's just what we do. So you've got to take control over your environment. It's like if you're an alcoholic, which I may have been, right? Probably I would be labeled that. I couldn't just go into a bar every night and be expected to succeed. Just like if we have problems with food, we can't have all of it in our house and be expected to succeed. It's hard to succeed. Now, when we live with others, that makes it harder, right? But we got to figure it out. How are we going to navigate this? And for all of us, it's going to look a little bit different. But here's the thing. It is hard. But being where we are, where we were, is hard. There's 2 hards. I remember how I felt and how I feel now, physically, not about myself in the mirror. I'm talking about health wise, the achiness, the puffiness, the soreness, the tiredness, and how I feel now. Completely different. I feel like a different person. So both are hard. Living in that hard where I just ate anything I wanted or close to it, didn't understand how my body worked, and just ate, and sometimes enjoyed it, sometimes starved myself out. Unhealthy love-hate relationship with food. I had a bad relationship with food and alcohol to where now I have a good relationship with food and alcohol. It doesn't control me anymore. I control it. That's hard too. But I prefer this hard over that old hard of feeling out of control, out of feeling like a failure, out of having no confidence. I prefer this hard. And I'm going to choose it for myself every day. And you can too, because you're worth it. So we love you all. Thank you for your extra time at 7:05. I got to let you go. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your extra time. On your coaching calls, don't be afraid to be real. Why are Wade and I so real? Well, that's kind of just who we are. We're a little bit weird, but we also want to be that way with you so that you can see it's okay to be real here. Okay. It's okay to get on your coaching call and just say, this sucks. I don't know what to do. I'm having a hard time. This is what I'm dealing with. I'm sitting eating all night long. I just craving food. I'm starving. That's a problem. We got to make sure you're getting enough calories. But if you don't talk about it, then we can't solve it. It's just like when Wade and I, we have marriage problems just like everybody else. And when we don't talk about it, we can't solve it, right? So we got to talk about it. So when you get on these coaching calls, be real. It's okay. You're human and we're human. It's all right. We've seen it all before. We've experienced it. It's okay. But let's talk. Let's make a plan. And if that plan doesn't work, that doesn't mean that was your only option. It means maybe we need to find another way. You know, something that works for somebody like that kitchen in there, that boring kitchen, isn't going to work for somebody else. I'll tell you right now, if I would have had that kitchen, the stuff in that kitchen 5 years ago, I would have said, screw it. I ain't living like that. Okay. That's the truth. So when you think about my kitchen, I want you to think about that's a lot of years ago. My habits have extremely changed. Okay. They have extremely changed over a period of time. Maybe your kitchen will never look like that, but that kitchen doesn't mean success. It just means success for me. That's how I achieve success. Your success might look a whole different way. Love you, ladies. If you have any questions at all, send them my way. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for joining us.